Deleting your diesel truck in 2025. A lot of people saying a lot of stuff about this right now, so let's talk about it. I'm gonna break this video down into 3 parts. 2 pieces of good news, 1 piece of not so good news. If you're not gonna watch the whole thing, just trust me when I tell you, no matter what anyone tells you on the internet right now, do not put a sign out in your yard that says you do deletes. You don't want that smoke. Number one, Trump's executive orders. It's what everyone's talking about right now. Trump is actively, as we speak, having these 3-letter agencies evaluate their enforcement priorities. He has ordered them to take a long, hard look at how they're conducting business and what they're prioritizing. Now, that could be really good for the automotive aftermarket in general if, let's say, for example, the EPA and the Department of Justice were to look at their priorities and decide that this little segment of the world, the automotive world, is no longer worth their time. Number two, Trump is also having these 3-letter agencies, EPA, DOJ, evaluate their policy and procedure when it comes to punishment. So if and when they catch you, and they're still out there catching people, EPA agents were out in the field as late as this week, it's still going on, he is having them look at what their protocol is when they catch somebody, which could also be good news in the long run. Here's the part that nobody wants to hear, and I'd love to tell you guys otherwise. I would love to lie to you and tell you that it's a magical new world, but it's not. An executive order cannot legalize deletes. I would love to tell you otherwise. Trust me, I don't want to be the wet blanket in the room. An executive order is not going to do that. It would take an actual act of Congress to undo the Clean Air Act or undo that language in the Clean Air Act. Now, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on with the EPA right now, and that's a whole different video. But as far as the legal status of deletes, an executive order ain't going to do it. And if you don't believe me, watch the latest episode of the Diesel Podcast, listen to the attorney who's way smarter than me, and he'll tell you the same thing.